I count my blessings every day that I was chosen for this fate. It takes so long to get back home, 'cause I know we're gonna fight. That's the way that I know that the love is gone.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome to the greatest show on earth!
Phase 2.
Oi, oi.
What's happening?
What's happening, motherfuckers?
I was going to say Happy Wednesday. It is what? No, it's Tuesday.
It's not. It's Tuesday, you fucking cabbage.
It's been a long fucking week.
It's been a great week.
It has.
Bar being sick. So if I'm coughing and there's a lot of sniffling and shit, don't hold it against me, please.
I'd hold it against you 'cause I'm going to be fucking coughing and sniffling.
There's
No
not
one
the good
needs
sniffing.
that shit for ASMR. Like,
Oh, yeah. Put your foot in
someone
yours.
just having a full tug to you, snorting up your fucking lurgy.
Put your
I don't even want to listen to that shit.
Put your big toe on my bum. Well, hope you're all good. Welcome back to the Not Fazed Talk Show. Where are we at? Episode 43 now?
Yeah, 43.
Almost a year old. It was the last, it was like the 29th of June was the first episode was released.
Yeah. Realistically, it'll be episode 50s a year because you made us miss two.
But that's what I'm saying, we'll just go by the first release date.
Yeah.
Which is the end of June.
We'll have to do something fun for the year one.
Yeah.
We'll move the studio out to the garden. We'll have a barbecue, will we?
We'll do that. Since that's what we said at the very start. Whenever Ronnie was on, remember?
Yep.
We haven't seen Ronnie in ages, actually.
I was
Haven't even heard from him.
I was speaking to him a couple of weeks ago.
Where are you? Is he all good?
Just messaged him, yeah.
Happy days.
Getting back to himself, so it's always good to hear.
Aye, that's it.
So what's been new with you?
Not a thing, mate.
Jackman?
Been mixing fucking music like fucking.
Cacman and Robin?
Fucking keep spitting out half my lungs every day.
You're a fucking
It's been since Sunday, like. It hit me hard on Sunday. That's when it really started to get me. Remember when we were in the studio on
when
Sunday?
you walked in earlier, I was like, shit, you're not even going to talk tonight.
I know.
Hello.
It's rough, like.
But
But
see, once you
Aisha
talk
had
to-
it and Heather lost her voice completely. Can you remember? her
Were you
original
loving it,
voice?
were you?
It was great. Were you there? So we were joking. I was at that. No, you were on holiday. So see, this Sunday we were at the christening.
Yeah.
My sister's christening. She was starting to lose her voice, and I was sitting there raking about, going, "Thank fuck all week." Mate, it was literally like a week. She couldn't. She was like, "Yes, that's happening." But she was the same, and then I was like, "Yes, got away with it again." Because I've been quite lucky with all the old sicknesses, like
I know.
getting away with them. I was like, "Fucking got away with it again."
But
and
as
then,
we've joked, you've been through enough sickness in your life. Like, you've punched enough fucking sickness in your clock to be sweet now for a
my
while.
immune system's like piece of piss. Fucking bit of a chest infection. And then I woke up. You were hungover, and I woke up on Sunday, and I was like, "Oh no!" You just feel it, but it's just gradually getting worse.
But we still fucking put
We're
the hours in.
I was still done a full studio days. I haven't. There's no.
No.
sleep
Let's
for the-
rephrase that. We were here for the day. We didn't exactly do much in comparison to what would normally happen.
I know.
I'm not gonna lie.
We
Yeah,
fixed a
I
few
near fell asleep
snares.
right here before you came out.
Fixed a few snares here and there.
And then went for a fucking round trip of the country.
Fuck's sake, Bally, go backwards, all you cunts. Fucking
Looking tickets.
wild. Absolutely wild journeys.
But yeah, what's been happening? What's your crack?
Nah, mate, trying to become rich and famous.
Well, it's like Pinky and the Brain, mate. So what do you plan to do this week?
Uh,
Trying to take over the world.
Remember we played on that a bit at the start, didn't we?
At the very, very, very start of phase 2.
Back when it was so fucking not saying that, the kids now probably wouldn't even know what it means.
No,
We sure wouldn't.
definitely not. It's not even like a thing that gets rerun or anything anymore.
Aye. We're Pinky
Your
and the
Cartoon
Brain.
Network doesn't exist anymore.
Doesn't it? No.
I think it stopped.
You're probably right, actually.
No, I think it
No.
we stopped like last year. Like it's a
Cartoon
recent-
Network, Nickelodeon.
I was a Nickelodeon kid. Excuse me.
I had my and dad had the chip fucking NTL boxes, so we got
Yeah.
the heat like.
Oh, it was great. Has Cartoon Network ended?
There's Leo in. What's up, Leo, bro? Hope
What
you're
is
good.
happening?
Let's go.
Let's go. That was it.
That's what he says. That's the
I
fucking
thought you were
name.
trying to take a piss.
Let's go. Maybe one day we'll get you sitting beside us here, Leo.
No, it's not shutting down. Sorry, guys. Fake news.
Is it Nickelodeon?
No.
Because they fucking took your man. Remember we done
With the foot guy?
The foot guy.
That guy.
That's wild. Mate, have you seen all the shit about Philip Schofield?
Yeah.
I only seen it earlier.
I have a theory, but I don't want to put it on the internet because somehow I'll get in trouble for it. But the apple doesn't fall far
Do you
from
see
the
his
tree.
brother? His brother went
that's
to
what
jail.
I mean. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
I
mate.
was just flicking down your TikTok, chilling out, going, and then this thing popped up in my algo, and I was like, I watched it, and then obviously the algorithm started firing me more and more,
Yeah.
and it was just like he was grooming some fucking child so this child went to performance art school,
Yeah.
and then he groomed him from there, got him a job in this morning and all, and then was riding him, and then your wee man decided, I'm going to come out against
Yeah,
this.
so that's why he
Came out as gay.
came out.
And then next minute his brother got, but the thing is, he has like a £30,000 a month like restraining order thing where he has a team going around the internet just pulling all this shit down.
Yeah.
And then plus he has a gag order on the media so they can't talk about it.
What you've said is pretty
That's
much
guilty
what
to
I've
me,
heard. However, he didn't have a relationship with the boy until he was of consenting age.
That's grooming.
He knew him from a young age, but it's like Elvis. Elvis knew his wife when she was 14. And
Aye,
as soon
but
as
that's
she turned 18, then he
Different
married her.
time, mate.
But it's
That's a different time. I think he married her when she was 16 or something mad like that.
What you're saying is where I'm drawing my general conclusion from. It's like, right, well, you're okay with that. The only reason that the world found out of your sexuality, which you feel you needed to broadcast on the TV, was because you were going to be outed. You didn't want
For
to.
being a paedophile.
And then, no, for
That's bollocks, mate. He groomed the child from he was fucking 13 or something.
But that's
There's
what I mean,
photos
it
of Philip
can't-
Schofield and this wee fella from he was 13.
Yeah, but it can't then be. His brother has been prosecuted now for being a paedophile, and you're like, right, well, you can put 2 and 2 together and get 4 on this occasion. And it's not that you're saying he is, but yeah, it's very.
Mate, it's on the internet. It has to be true. Like,
I think.
but apparently, him and Holly. This is the new update. Him and Holly Willoughby. Fucking, I can't call him that from thing. What do you call it? I'm
not both selected.
Aye, but it's the same man.
Aye,
Keith Lemon. But apparently she's completely fell out with him now, and they don't talk to each other off camera, and they've deleted each other off social media and all.
There's 2 things about this that I don't know which I'm more flabbergasted at. The fact that we have got into episode 43 and we're discussing Philip Schofield and Holly Willoughby's fucking relationship, or the fact that I actually know
I
a lot of
preferred Fern
information
Cotton.
about this that I didn't actually need to have in my fucking life.
I'm the same, mate. It was old TikTok. Algo got me earlier.
She's fallen out with him because he's putting out press statements saying that they were sweet and all, whenever she's like, no, we're really not. And she's
Because apparently,
he never told her about his brother and all this here as
Aye,
well.
but behind the scenes, apparently it was like
And
an
he
open
falls out
secret.
with everybody. And
It was no, but apparently it was an open secret that he was bucking your wee man.
Aye, but he's got a load of people fired from ITV because he's fallen out with them, and he is the almighty Lord, Philip Schofield. But people are like, well, we would
Listen,
far
Phil,
rather have her
I
than
don't
him.
care whether you're gay, mate. More power to you. Like, I fully support
Yeah.
the gay movement. And
Don't support bucking kids, so.
I don't support bucking kids. I don't support grooming kids. Whether you waited he's 18 or not, you fucking knew the child from he was 13.
But that-
That's like me knowing one of my fucking friends' children. That's Ruby.
Yeah.
It's
that's
similar to that, like.
But that's what I was gonna say. It's not even necessarily grooming per se, but it's still fucking creepy if you've watched this young one grow up.
Got him a job when he was
Soon
16.
as they were of age.
He
you're
got
like,
him a job when he was 16 behind the scenes
Yeah.
at fucking whatever it was this morning.
Yeah.
I was going to say Loose Women there. Shows you how much I know. But he was...
I think Philip Schofield
he's
knows
not
about
a-
loose women.
He has a big girl's blouse, isn't he? But do you know what I mean? So he done that there. 16-year-old got him a job. That's grooming in my book.
Yeah.
He's a fucking...
It's not,
Do you want to come on to the podcast and explain yourself, Philip? Bring Holly Bouncy tits on too. I always liked Fern Cotton better. Like she was the funnier one.
I genuinely couldn't give a fuck about any of them. They were literally a tiny speck of shite on the fucking
you know an awful lot about it. Like,
Do you know why I know an awful lot about it?
Why?
Because it's fucking on the news, and you're like, oh right, who cares? How is this? In the whole, there's loads of shit like this, and the whole population of this earth of everything that's going on. Why do we need to hear about fucking Philip Schofield and Holly Willoughby's friendship?
I know.
Do you know what I found out today about it? They lost 170,000 viewers because they've went 2 days without addressing the situation. You're like, who fucking cares?
I know.
Like, do you know what I mean?
So is that why this popped up on my hand? Because this is like happening.
Oh, this
at
is
now.
like the height of British news
right
at the
now.
minute.
Yeah.
Like,
see,
as
I
of
didn't know that
today.
at all. But that's
There was a chance
that's obviously
they
why
weren't
then.
going to be on it and all this week because there's contract negotiations and they need to talk about it in the show. It's like, why? Why do they need to talk about it in the fucking show? It's their private life. Let them do their job. Talk shite to you in the
No, it's
morning.
not. It's not like being on a podcast where like we tell our fucking life story. Be real.
Invent the fucking thing.
Be real. There you
Let-
go. There's a new artist name.
Be real.
But only it's B.
He's one of Cypress Hill.
Right.
Going to ask you a question. Right, I found this out this week and it blew my fucking mind. Pablo Picasso, you've heard of him, painter.
Yes.
When do you think he died?
Last year. I have no idea, mate. What, 1600s?
See, I would have put him down in that because you would have put him down with like fucking all the other famous painters,
Like
right?
King Billy and all.
He died in 1976.
Palix.
I swear to fuck,
That was
mate.
only like yesterday.
Aye.
That only seems like 30 years ago to me.
Aye.
Like, 'cause
I can
just
see
grew
it in
up
your
the
head in the
aye.
90s. But I was blown away by that. I would have thought, yeah, back fucking like a Renaissance painter or something like that. No, 1976, the fuck died.
Cunt had crayons and everything. Fuck's sake.
That's why it's fucking pictures like that.
That's where they're shite. But no, I mean, you get what did you call? Was it Michelangelo, the one that lay down and painted the ceiling
the
of the
Sistine Chapel and all.
Aye,
Go say it there.
I was going to say,
Go.
say the Pope's house. that was originally what I was going to say, and then you came in with the Sistine Chapel.
He painted Jesus' roof.
Aye. He did.
Fucking way off.
It was the fucking where the manger was.
Fucking Nicole was making fun of me. Her cousins are.
Did you get her back for being wrong about the heart thing?
Oh, I showed her the clip. Like, do you know, I was.
Here,
fucking- I
Heller
was
seen
sitting
the
in-
clip I put out of the. Oh no, she's using my hand, the finger. She's like, "What's that about?" And then I went to explain. She goes, "No, I don't even want to know."
Yeah.
And I was like, "No, it's not what you think. Trust me." She was like, "It's all right."
Oh, it was so good. Like, I actually was sitting in work today. I was like, shit, I forgot my sunglasses.
She said, "I have loads in there."
I know. I only just remember when you said that. There was a point I was going to make there, and you threw it out of my head.
Cool story, bro.
Oh, you're a wanker. Fuck off. Aye, that's what it was. Her, Nicole's cousins are going to Belgium, and they were asking, did we have any suggestions of things to do?
Yeah.
And I turned around and was like, I tell them to go and see the Smurf roof. And she just looked at me like, I dead on, I'm not actually messing. I was like, no, I'm being serious. It's like a big famous thing. You walk out of the train station and there's just Smurfs painted all over the roof.
I don't remember this, mate.
How do you
I swear to God,
how
I
you
do not
fucking
remember this, mate.
it? There has to be.
Mate, I must have had COVID or something when we were in Belgium. I was fucked.
Belgium. No, I think that was all the vodka you were drinking.
No, I mean the day before, when we only got there.
The day that we were told it was going to be pissing down and I showed up in my big
Aye.
puffer coat. There has to be a fucking image of this. There. Do you not remember this whenever you came out of the train station? And it's all painted like under all the tunnels and the bridges.
I swear to God, mate, no, I don't.
How do you not remember that?
I have no idea.
So for anybody who hasn't been to Belgium,
Like, I'm
literally
not, and
come
I'm
out of
not
the
even
train
being a
station-
dick. I'm see when you were saying there, I'm genuinely going. Mate, I have no idea.
You don't remember seeing that?
No.
I got pictures.
I remember
like
trying to buy a fucking bottle of drink, and we couldn't get a bottle of drink anywhere.
Oh, but they get a bottle of drink in the end, though.
And after a fucking...
Did I get my phone just before we went? I'm bound to have it.
I wouldn't worry about it, mate. I believe you that it's happening, just letting you know that I wasn't aware of it.
You're a dick. But there's another thing over in Belgium I thought would be class to do, and we'll definitely be doing it when we go back. It's called Battle Kart, right? So if you ever played Mario Kart,
Yeah.
it's go-karting, but like, whatever way it works, they portray a digital image onto the floor, and it turns the go-kart track into Mario Kart. So there's different games you can play.
Fun. I think I remember.
And like if you drive over something, it slows down, or like you can get a box and it shoots stuff off. I'll see if I can get it here.
It was I don't know whether it was you or not, but I'm pretty sure someone was telling me about this, that they're doing it in Ballymena over here, man.
If they were doing it here, that would be fucking class. Is this it? Get this turned down.
Oh, aye. Oh, mate. Mate, we should go up and do the go up in the Nuts Corner.
Aye.
Go karting, it's fucking brilliant. Me and my Dan Jordan and all went up.
That'd be class. Like you hit by a missile and your car just stops.
It just stops. That is really, really cool, lad.
Isn't that awesome, mate?
Mate, see the laugh you'd have.
You can make some money out of that here.
I don't know whether I'm.
They only have it in Belgium and France at the minute.
I googled Belfast or Northern Ireland because I don't know where I heard this. Maybe it was Heather, but someone was telling me Ballymena, or maybe they said Belgium, and I misinterpreted the Ballymena.
Well, it's saying that you can franchise it, so it might be Belfast go-kart.
Fuck the DJing. Let's go. We'll lift our hundreds of thousands of pounds out of the bank from DJing and go and do this.
Oh, I fucking right, mate. Where did you say Ballymena?
Ballymena.
The fucking home of heroin addicts. And they're now...
See, because there is karting in Ballymena, and that's...
so unless they're going to install it
there.
That would be class. It really would. But yeah...
Ballymena? Why the fuck... I mean, put it in the Odyssey or something, round about there, the Harbour Estate.
Let's be honest, they can't put the things that are meant to be in the Odyssey in the fucking Odyssey.
Have you been in it recently?
No.
Mate, it's
Have they actually opened it? I was getting a bit sick walking about in 2023 with a sign saying coming January 2022.
There's Five Guys, there's a Nando's, they've updated the cinema. I think there's another restaurant in it. I'm not sure the name of it.
You really haven't sold me.
Aye, but it's like there's proper things in it now. Like, do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I seen when I was walking the dog? Speaking of restaurants, right? No delivery people.
Yeah.
No them guys come about and delivery. I was walking up the hill, you know where the roundabout is from my house, with the dog, and this guy came past me on a fucking scooter, right? But not an electric scooter, mate. A push scooter, like. And I was sort of looking at him. I had my sunglasses on, and I was like, right, maybe it's just I'm not looking at this, and it's an electric thing. And I took off my sunglasses and looked at him, and then I decided halfway up the hill, I'm gonna race him. And if I can get to the roundabout quicker than him, it's just amazing because he's meant to be fucking giving people his food. And I just took off and I beat him. It's like he's actually pushing himself. Like, imagine your food is coming, you've ordered it from McDonald's, and normally it says 6 minutes and it pops up, your food will be with you in 4.5 days. Like, you literally went on holiday and came back and it's just arrived.
Where's that there that I sent? That must be it, aye.
Yes.
Go hit it. We'll see that.
Hold on a second now, because you're going to give away all my secrets if you start sharing.
Do you know what I sing too?
What?
This two-stroke. We see a two-stroke engine go. For listeners only, it's the Northwest 200, and there's some big girl bouncing on some young man's wiener on the seashore with some fella watching him with his child. Look at he keeps looking back.
Nah, that's bad crack.
You don't bring the child over. You go over and make.
The fact he's laughing about it though, like yes, you laugh, but just walk away.
She's giving it good action, like, but I reckon there's going to be a wee bit of chafing going on there with them
Was it?
jeans, like.
A guy in my work turned around, he's a gay fella, and he turns around and he's like, oh, well, you know, I'm quite portioned of the penis. And I'm like he was joking about, we were making fun of him because he's dressed really well today. I turned around and was like, are you the kind of person that doesn't come but you arrive? Is that the kind of the poshness you're trying to fucking convey here? It's like, I've never thought of it like that.
Are you the type of person that jumps on someone's wiener
at the fucking Northwest
200?
That's wild though. Like,
you have to be really horny to do that. Like, that's
very,
uncontrollable.
Very, very drunk.
I don't get horny when I'm drunk.
No, I don't really remember.
That's one thing about Howard. See, if someone came to me and says she was blocked. No, but listen, if she was blocked and she cheated, I'd be like, no, she didn't. She's just not a drunk rider at all. She's like, I'm going to lie in bed. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to sleep now. Fuck this. Where seeing she's sober, it's like, get your hands off me. But
I love that you've just told the world that.
No, but it's true.
I'm clipping that shit.
I'll send it there, man. We're joking. No, but she. I mean, that's just the way it is. But I'm the same. I'm not a fucking drunk. See, I'm drunk. Obviously, I haven't been drunk in a long time, so I can't even really remember. Like,
I was fucking blootered on Saturday night.
I know. You sent me a message that made zero sense. Like,
and you know, I figured out how I wrote. I was keeping KTRA. I was meant to write later, but I tried to shorten later to LTR, and it's just changed it. And I was like, I can't be fucking hold really writing that. You're gonna convey the point that I'm blocked, and that you'll understand that I'll be
let's
able to
read it out.
You'll not be able to read it. It's fucking gibberish. You'll need like Google Translate or something.
Fuck.
for right, just for context, I went to a 30th birthday party for someone that we know.
He went. I said about coming over to the studio, and I says Aisha has dancing. Aim for about 1 p.m, mate. And he goes, I've drank Keeping the Rave Alive, Rolf Southern. See, I'm McGraw. I'll be.
I'm McGraw. That was my favorite bit reading it.
I'm McGraw. I'll be when I'm over. You got over right the second time. You didn't get it right the first time. Like, I popped through and I looked at it.
Did you understand that I was drunk?
Oh,
Did you understand that I would probably be over later than what I was?
Yeah.
Then I got the message across to you exactly how I was meant to.
No, you phoned me after it, and I was laying in bed, and I was like, nah, I'm not answering that. Like, because she was sleeping beside me, and the kids were saying, this was fucking, it was late, like.
I see, I would believe that because I thought we got home at 12:30 and Nicole told me it was 2:30. So
it was 1 o'clock, 10 to 1.
Right. Well, I thought I got home at 12:30, so.
Well, you're not kicking yours off 12:30 early.
No. It went terribly, terribly wrong. And I was dressed as Terry Wogan, that made it the best part. Completely stocious. Again, for context, the party that we went to.
I remember I was saying to you about Terry Wogan, and I was like, we were talking about that on the show.
Yeah.
It was David Icke went on Terry Wogan and said that he was Jesus years ago.
Yes,
that's what it was. Yeah. Because I remember we were talking about David Icke pretending to be Jesus and laughing, and I was like, what was the show he went on? And it was fucking Terry Wogan. I feel like I'm saying that with a speech impediment.
Terry Wogan.
It does sound like it's
all that talking like a priest last week.
It should be Terry Rogan. No, it was a pastor. That priest was actually dead on. He could speak pretty well.
Oh right, yes, sorry, that's right.
The pastor was the one with the speech impediment.
You got confused which fucking what you're going to do at these ceremonies.
It was crazy.
The fact that you said that the fucking the Catholics did it better, that rubbed me up the right way. Like,
it was funny, like. It did, mate. There was a much more professional job.
I'm going to send this picture. Wait till I find it. I've done a bit of questionable parenting this weekend.
Right.
I don't think it's questionable parenting. I thought it was fantastic parenting for a future laugh, but Nicole doesn't agree with me. So we're sitting on the sofa with the child. And the child turns around to me and just goes, "Daddy, what's a pensioner sound like?" And I was like, "Sorry, did you say a pensioner?" Like, yeah, but you've been doing all these favorite weird things like what's your favorite colour drink? No.
I'm talking now.
Fuck off. No, so I definitely got her to clarify that it was a pensioner, that she meant like an elderly person, right? And I thought long and hard about this. I was like, right, should I be honest or what should I say here? So it's like, do you know what they do? They come down and go, "Army hearty, let me squeeze your cheek." And I hear fucking Nicole just going down the stairs like, "Pensioners don't sound like parrots." And I was like, they do. And she's like, "No." And then you can see the child getting confused. Like, yeah, like, do you know the way you see the parrots on the TV? That's the way pensioners sound.
Pirates, not parrots.
Parrots?
Pirates.
Parrots.
Pirates.
But then Nicole started freaking out because whenever they get the bus, Nicole would always give her seat up for a pensioner and always say to Ruby, no, we'll stand up and let the wee pensioner sit down. And now she's worried if Ruby turn around going, I've asked me hardly, and start talking parrots to all these pensioners on the bus.
Oh, fuck.
And then she's going to get sad whenever she thought they don't talk back and go,
They just talk back normal.
So now Ruby thinks
cheers, love.
she thinks the pensioners are parrots now. I was like, that's a solid bit of parenting right there.
Fucking right, man.
Do you know what I mean? See, whenever she grows up and all, and then she'll be like, here, I think my dad might have been putting my leg.
My granddad used to tell us his name was Captain Scott and he fought the Eskimos in China. I told my teacher and all. My uncle told his teacher too, whenever he was a kid. Because my granddad was Norman Scott. Obviously, Scott is my mum's, second maiden name. And my granddad was fucking up for a laugh, like, and he had it into us from the age. My name's Captain Scott, and I fought the Eskimos in China. And we were just like, and there was a Captain Scott. He died in the North Pole, like, no, on voyages and all.
Yeah.
But like, this was fucking hundreds of years ago. So we were just like, oh, that's my granddad.
I knew there was a Captain Scott, like.
Mate,
but
there was one time I used to go down every Christmas Eve, right?
I told my teacher.
They were talking about it to Captain Scott in school, and I was like, that's my granddad. I fought the Eskimos in China. He used to phone him and he used to phone him and he used to answer phone. Hello, Bellevue Zoo, Mr. Sealand speaking. I'm help you.
But I love Roselawn Crematorium. You kill him, we grill him.
I used to go down. My granny's originally from like Cumber, Killaloe, down that way. So every Christmas Eve, just me, I was the only one went down. I was the oldest one, like, out of all the grandkids. And I used to go down with him to see all my granny's family. And like, I was young at this stage, like, and we were coming back, and I was like, I wanted a McDonald's. And my granddad never went to McDonald's, never went through the drive-through, nothing. Right. So we pulled in. I'm sitting in the back, my granny's sitting in the front. And I kept telling him, get me the Happy Meal because you get a toy.
Like the start of a really bad rap song.
Wait to hear me. I was like, tell him to get me a Happy Meal because you get a toy with it. He's like, right. So he got the window and he paid for it and he goes, do I get my toy? And your mom went, what, sir? And he goes, my mummy told me I'm not allowed to leave till I get my toy. And he sat there until this fella went and got him a toy, mate, and played on it the whole time. And then he went down to the second window and goes, it's okay, I already got my toy, And your mom was like, oh, that's okay. And then once he handed the food over, he goes, all right, mate, cheers, thank you. But, mate, I was sitting, and my granny too. My granny was in the front. No way you go down towards where the glove box is. My granny was just going like this here.
I just seen her.
Disappeared. And mate, at the time I was cut to the bone, but see, once after I come out, I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, he's a fucking head.
Once you get to a certain age, you just don't give a fuck anymore. No one's going to actually question a senior person.
Like, he was a fucking madman. I was fucking. He's like, see some fucking stuff he done, like, it get heavy in stitches, like. Right. But he just tortured everyone. And because he was an old lad, he could just go in. He used to go in the Iceland, mate, and just rip it back out of everyone, like.
Why not though? Again, like, who's gonna challenge an old person? It's like, oh, that's him. As long as you're having a bit of a laugh about it and you're entertained, that's it.
I know. But the only thing is, because of obviously he was my granddad all my life, he fucking heard the same story so many times, mate.
Did I tell you the one about this? Did I? You're like, yes, granddad.
Like 50 times.
Wait till you see this, right? So I seen a picture of the guy who's had the world's largest nose ever in recorded history. But they recreated him because he lived so long ago. Right? Now, this is extreme.
Jesus Christ.
Thomas Wadhouse was an English circus performer who lived in the 18th century. He was most famously known for having the world's longest nose.
I wonder if he stuck that in anyone's fanny.
Do you know what? That's the first thing I said.
That's the first thing I said when I seen it.
There.
Some whore is bound to have went, here, go ahead.
Oh, definitely. Back in the day.
7.5 inches. Jesus.
That isn't that fucking. But like, look, his nose actually looks like a full dick with a ball bag at the end of it. Like, you've got the head here, the shaft, and then this wee bit's just his wee balls.
Just up, I lie like that.
lying there going.
Here, I sit in my face. That's where the term "sit in my face" came from. One in the arse, you're licking looking up the arsehole.
This guy's fucking. It'd be a bad smell, though, wouldn't it?
Ah, fuck.
How big's his nostrils? Aye, they're pretty big. Like they would definitely be going up as well.
I bet you. Mate,
Here, love, let us smell your
could
insides.
you imagine the fucking bogies coming out of that thing?
Would you have tissues big enough? Kleenex, big, extra.
That's
extra
how they
large
invented.
tissues?
That's how they invented them too.
I just thought that was. Like.
How do they know this? But is there photos of him like or fucking? What? How did?
Because he lived in the 18th century. Like he was alive. It's
I
been
know, but like,
documented.
does your nose doesn't fucking? Or suppose it is bone in it. Your nose is
Like
bone.
cartilage?
Cartilage, I but it doesn't survive.
Maybe he's just got a really tiny dick and he grew backwards.
Aye, upside down.
I like Thomas Wetters, or yeah, the man with the world's longest nose, proper dick face like.
That's where the term dickhead came from. Apparently, he was a right dickhead too.
I remember whenever I was a fucking kid, I seen some fella in Asda, and he had a protruding growth from his forehead, but it did look like a wee tiny dick. And it was one point, it's like when you're younger and you hear swear words, but you don't know what the crack is. And then I seen him, I was like, fuck, are dickheads real? Is that a real thing? And then I kind of just stared at him for long enough to realise, no, it's just a growth on your skin. But for a wee moment, my little gullible mind was like, fuck, it's a real thing. But imagine walking away with a dick in your face. Fuck, my life changed for a wee second.
That's way lad. Like, fuck that. You see, they're bringing back woolly mammoths, like 100%.
They've been saying this
No,
for
they're
fucking
mate,
years.
they know how to do it now. They just need to put it in there. Is it an Indian elephant? I honestly, I know we
But
talked
it's-
about it before. I'd love
It's still
fucking
not a proper
It is.
mammoth, though.
It is, mate.
It's as close as you can get the clone of it, but
Aye.
it's not. It's not a mammoth.
Mate, dinosaurs are a lot, mate. Can you imagine bringing them back the Meg? Fucking Megalodon.
But see, to be fair though, Jurassic Park is completely right about the message that it conveyed in the new movies. Bring back dinosaurs, people are like, yeah, it's class. 20 years time, people are like, fuck this. Who cares? They'll be like,
Aye. You'd
then
be able to
have
hunt them and all.
animal rights activists. Get them out of the zoo. It's like, right, well, Susan, do you want them to live in your fucking garden? Because they're going to eat us. So they either stay here or they get killed. Because you can't put that shit into the wild.
Yeah, what was it JFK said? We don't do it because it's easy. We do it because it's hard and we can. It's something like that, wasn't it? You can do it. We can do it. It's not easy, but we can do it. So why the fuck not do it?
Yeah, but at the same time, just because we can do something doesn't mean we should.
No, it does.
Doesn't.
Mate, there's some scientists in China making fucking hybrid velociraptors and fucking greyhounds.
I would dare say that somewhere deep underground in China, there's hybrid people.
Yep.
That are a mix of fucking strength, and maybe in America as well.
Well, they did. Sure, they sacked one of the fucking leading scientists in China because he was doing genetic engineering on the kids, and then it all came out, and they were like, obviously they're not going to realise the results of this until probably 18 years, you know what I mean? But they come out and they were like, oh no, I was wrong, and they sacked your man. But like,
Aye, but they've only done it because they've got caught.
They
And
got
they need a
caught.
scapegoat. It's like that town in South America where they're all twins, because there's a fella. Have you never heard about
nah,
this?
No, that's cool.
So do
lad.
you know-
Let's find out more about that.
Oh, I'll fucking tell you about it right now.
Right, let's go.
So, do you know during the war, the way the Nazis, when it all started going tits up, a lot of them jumped ship and went to Argentina and all. One of the scientists was experimenting on human genome. They obviously helped Hitler get his perfect race.
Yeah.
And he was able to perfect whatever way it was that every birth would be a twin. And he started like getting women injected with this, so if they were suitable to carry an Aryan child, well then sure, you may as well have two. And he fled to South America and started his trials again.
Down there.
And now there's a town in South America where pretty much the whole population's all twins, because this guy was just
So whenever them twins grow up and
they
mate,
have twins.
they have
yeah,
fuck.
because it's then genetically now in your family that you will have twins. But again, there's a lot of shit that goes on behind closed doors that us little fucking monkeys will never hear about.
We'll never hear. That's crazy, that actually.
It's mental, mate.
But mate, they're bound to do like they have that CRISPR and all, which is like basically genetic engineering.
You can decide what your fucking baby
how
is before
tall
it
your
comes out.
baby's gonna be.
That's wrong.
Hi, what? I know, but see, once everyone starts implementing it, like there's not gonna be no kids born with spina bifida or fucking.
Yes,
Do you know what I mean?
but the thing with the human race and every wonderful fucking thing that they make is, yes, it'd be fantastic if you'd be able to have no more spina bifida or no more fucking diseases to that, and you could fix that. However, the problem is the people that are going to be using this want Instagram babies, and then in the next 40 years, every fucker will look like an Instagram filter, and then it's just going to be a really weird, fucked up looking human species.
It just means everyone you're buckling in 40 years is going to be nice looking.
Be dead in 40 years.
I'm not on about
I don't even think I'll be able to buck my hand in 40 years.
I'll
Like my fucking claw hand.
it's like fucking someone else's hand.
Don't let's not start that again. No.
But no, I don't know, man. It's going to happen regardless. It's just hopefully it all starts happening so we can get a bit of benefit off it.
Did you hear about your man, the godfather of AI, stepping down from Google on his big speech that he made?
No.
Jesus. Here, fuck, before I even tell you that there, I read this news article. Some guy has got ChatGPT and integrated it into his glasses, right?
Yeah.
And put a speaker into it, so whenever he goes on dates, because he's socially awkward,
It tells him
the
what to
glasses
do.
tell him what to say back to the girl in real time, and he's been just going out on these dates and being like, yeah, so what about your job? And then she'll talk, and ChatGPT's taking all this in and is giving him a formulated answer as he's talking, and you just see him beating about, and he's like, yeah, I've got so much confidence now. And like, fuck.
Mate, see if you use ChatGPT right, like it is a fucking great tool.
But the guy from Google stepped down and pretty much said, do you know your man that made the atomic bomb?
Yeah.
The way he said, I didn't make,
Oppenheimer?
I didn't make this for this purpose, and then he spent the rest of his career trying to get his design outlawed. The guy from Google, let's get his name.
Do you see the say Google's AI is sentient?
Yeah.
Is that
Well,
what this is about?
Not necessarily. Jeffrey Hinton is his name. So pretty much he stepped down, and in his step down speech, he said that he wishes that he didn't create what he has created, because from his creation things have spawned that are way beyond our control. We've let Pandora pretty much out of the box.
See, this is I listened to your man.
What his main thing was, he spent the last 20 years telling himself, it's okay, if you didn't do it, somebody else was going to do it. But he's realised that's just to justify his feelings, because he now knows that he's created something that's going to destroy humanity within the next 50 years.
It was a Japanese guy who was on Rogan that I was listening to, and he was saying like ChatGPT isn't a big thing because it's just a language model. So if me and you start like posting stuff online about whatever, they even though it's a load of bullshit, the chances of ChatGPT giving you that as information is pretty high. So it doesn't actually know. It's once the quantum computing comes in, that's when we're fucked. Like
keto or
I don't know what I can't remember, but mate, see once that comes in, because your man does all the Discovery Channel space things, like Morgan Freeman thing. He does all them as well. But he was saying it's this quantum computing, which you've basically got going now. But it's like see the way you have this computer with fucking chips and all. It's going to be nothing like that.
I know.
The only problem they have is it can't shake at the minute.
Yeah.
If you shake it, it
I
fucks
think it's
it up.
like an old school CD player that said it had this shock protection, but it really didn't.
But this thing will literally be able to tell you how to cure cancer and stuff.
But that's where they're coming as well with Internet 2.0. And it's all unhackable. But realistically, the reason they made Internet 2.0 is because the Internet currently is a fucking wild, wild west.
Yeah.
And they're now like, we can regulate Internet 2.0. We've had 30, 40 years of Internet now to know what people do bad and what people do good. And it'll just be like the way China and Russia are. It's like, we will now be able to block what you do and monitor what you do and see what you see and all this here and make it a lot.
Good luck trying that in the West. We all have a VPN.
That's not going to mean fuck all, mate.
But that quantum computing, because it's just basically computing with atoms, which is fucking nuclear. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, see, if you listen...
Where things are going at the minute is just fucking...
I would recommend anyone to go and listen to that podcast. It's fucking incredible. Like,
I actually started listening to it today. I like him. I've seen him on a load of programs, and I'm a big fan of what he has to say. But it's... I just think...
See, when he was like 16, he made a mini Hadron Collider in his basement. and it was so powerful that every time he turned it on, it knocked the whole street's electric out or something.
That's mad.
When he was 16, he had to calculate before he built it how much rods of wire and copper he would need, and exactly what way to set it all up. And he calculated all this at 16-year-old and built this fucking thing with. I think it was like 2,000 yards of fucking copper and all he needed.
Where the fuck does a 16-year-old get that?
Exactly.
Like, I know where we would, just going down a fucking rob.
Go on the internet, but too. He didn't have the internet.
Yeah.
He had to read books and calculate the stuff himself.
It's mad.
And then he came up with Einstein's theory, which is what the string theory.
Yeah.
That's what he said was the theory that Einstein couldn't get to, and then him and someone else got to that idea.
But that again, AI is going to be able to come in.
It's not, this is what he's saying. It's not AI is going to be able to, because AI, no matter what, AI is made by humans. It's the quantum computing that's going to get there.
Aye, but
AI and quantum computing.
Yeah, that's what it means. Once that they all get combined, it's like what we talked about a few weeks ago on the show. If you take the Boston Dynamics robot and combine it with that company that's working on the Terminator, melting the reform stuff, put ChatGPT in as a brain and run it all in fucking quantum computing.
What he's saying is ChatGPT, no matter
not
what.
Not ChatGPT, but like that kind of.
No, quantum computing is what it is. It's like if you add quantum computing with a language model, yes, then shit can happen.
Yeah.
But the ChatGPT on its own, on the current systems that we have, no matter what happens, the input has to be from humans.
Yeah.
It can't make its own stuff up. So no matter what goes into it, it has to be programmed.
Yeah.
Whereas with quantum computing, he's saying like it'll literally, you go into it and say, right, how long will it take me to get to Kepler M15? No one of them distant planets. And it'll tell you like to the second how long it'll take you, how to get the stuff, like
what you need to get there.
Also, like, see the way. So, like, let's say you're trying to get new medicine.
Yeah.
You put it into a petri dish. You mix it all up. You try it, doesn't work. Have to retry it again.
Yeah.
Seeing these things, apparently you just type in, boom, boom, boom. This is the stuff, and it breaks down everything you need. That's like I'm explaining it terribly.
Yeah.
You need to listen to that full thing,
again,
like, and you'll know. Look.
But then, at what point does that start encroaching on big pharma and big oil?
Exactly.
Like, how do we
big
make
pharma will be done.
Yeah, it'll all be done.
Yeah.
But there's too many people with too much money. There's going to be a lot of people go missing.
That's true.
On a far more lighter note, this is a fucking brilliant video that I found, man. So we're always taught that possums play dead to get away from things, right? So this is a video of that happening, but it's what happens at the end of the video.
Is it a possum playing possum?
No, this is fucking belter.
Oh.
So for audio listeners, it's just a coyote that picked up a possum. The possum's now playing dead, and the coyote is questioning whether it's going to eat it or not. And then the coyote just wins. It's like, oh, fuck you, possum.
I've seen this actually. He does nothing.
Take that.
Amazing.
And then he just pisses all over the possum's head.
And that's such a piss too. Jesus Christ. Unbelievable.
I fucking love nature.
Unbelievable.
Literally owned that little possum. Then he just stands there going, well, that'll fucking teach you there, won't it? Think you'll fucking sit there.
They see how much fucking piss come out of it too.
I know, that's what I mean. Like, he literally just stood there and goes, oh, I'll teach you.
Playing dead, are you? Playing dead, are you? Have some ass.
It's like trying to drown.
That's what you do.
Like waterboarding.
Your mate pretends to pass out. Is that right? There, put water over him. He's not moving. I piss on him. No, man, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh, here, fuck, I woke up, didn't it? Oh, we had a mate that you could never wake up. Like, I know people say they have mates that are like that, but it got to the point where friends were nearly falling out because they tried to take it to see how far it would be before he would wake up. To put it mildly for you, we went up to the coach to see Dart by Design, and he fell asleep on top of the speaker and missed everything.
Fucking hell, that's wild.
Like, just doesn't remember it, but slept on top of the speaker. Like, they put things in him at one point of this long running joke of how long will it take. Like, he fell asleep on the kitchen floor one night, and they booted footballs at him, like, full on, let's just smash this ball, and he didn't fucking wake up.
See me, mate. See if
It's
fucking see if my curtain moves in the bedroom. I'm up like, oh, what?
I like to think that, but once I go into my deep sleep, like, no one's waking me for nothing.
There is. Once you hit that REM sleep, you're fucking out. Like, I think everyone is.
Ruby woke up in the middle of her sleep and sang a song last night. That was fucking hilarious.
Alex,
We were just sitting there watching the TV and just
what would you do? She would go, 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you.
That happened to a wee girl in Nicole's work. She came in and apparently her child for the full week, this was fucking going back a couple of years, she said that her wee kid had been saying for a week or two about, I like having fun with the woman in my room at night. And she thought, dead on, whatever, just a wee joke. She's like, oh yeah, she comes and plays games and all with me. And she went into the room or she woke up in the middle of the night, the child's fucking screaming in hysterics, come back, come back, come back. And the mum runs into the room and sees the wee girl and she's standing on top of her bed, just smashing the wall, going, come back, please, come back, please. And the man just completely freaked out.
Need to get Russell Crowe in then.
Russell Crowe?
He's the new priest in The Exorcist. The
Oh,
new
right,
Exorcist
okay.
film.
I didn't know that there was a new Exorcist film. I was like, that was a really random fucking...
My ma is a full ghost believer, and she is convinced. I don't think she's ever taken into consideration that she was dreaming.
Right.
But she is her granny died, and after like a couple of nights after she was buried or whatever, my ma was in her bedroom and her granny came in, sat on the end of the bed, and told her that she loved her and that to tell her dad, my granda, that he's doing good or something. And my ma, like this day, is like, no, I seen a ghost. I seen my granny when she was in bed sleeping. Do you know what I mean?
Could that have been your brain just trying to ease the trauma?
Dream, aye.
Yeah.
The dream.
But again,
But she, like, see if you asked her about it, like, she'll swear blind. Like,
I don't believe in ghosts per se. I don't believe in religion per se, but I do believe that we're all connected by some sort of spirit.
do you ever
energy or some shit, and like, because at the end of the day, there's so much things, DMT being the prime example, that everybody is connected by to every living thing. Like, fucking plants have DMT, we have DMT, animals have DMT. When people smoke DMT, they have the same trips. It's not like it's like if me and you took acid right now, we would have 2 completely different times, and there's no way you could do that 100 times, and there's none of them 100 times we would have a similar, the same experience. But DMT, from all the research, is we could sit and smoke it to the couch.
They're doing research in the UK on it through a drip.
I've seen that through the drip, yeah.
Which is madness, like fucking just hours of it.
But with there's something that's been suppressed from human history. Because you look at how connected all the tribes and all were back when it all started from humanity, and then you sort of see as civilization gets bigger and there's more power grabs and people start warring and stuff, there seems to be a lot of let's not love nature and embrace what we're supposed to be about. And that's all sort of been forgotten, and then through, your civilization's been beat, I want to eradicate you, let's burn all your findings.
History wrote by the winner.
Do you know what I found out? Apparently it's a law in the Vatican that they have to burn all their documents every 10 years.
Right. Aye, but that's when you're raiding kids that much, you have to get rid of the evidence.
But do you not think that's a bit mad? Every 10 years. Obviously they've got the Vatican libraries where all the shit they've stole is hidden.
Do you not just empty the recycling bin nowadays?
But they're all a load of old boys, you know what I mean? It's a lot easier to burn paper than to burn your phone.
Are they getting much pre-sin? Getting much new recruits?
I don't know. It's not.
I've never seen a young. Until I saw a young pastor the other week who couldn't talk properly.
Oh, there'd be a lot of them. Like I would say.
I know. Anytime I see like a priest or a pastor or something, usually they're like fucking 50 plus anyway.
I think it's just the world that we're living in. A lot more people are waking up to the fact that religion isn't the fucking be all and end all. Like I would say within a good lot of years, religion. Maybe Christianity seems to be going out, like, yeah. But like
Judaism and Muslims are flying, like.
Yeah, that they're quite content with their teachings, but a lot of Christians seem to be waking up and being like, nah, this ain't my cup of tea.
I agree. I don't like drinking wine.
Like even marriages and all are down and all that there. It's like, 'cause people don't see the need. Why?
No,
why do
men
I-
are waking it up. Men are like, get the fuck. What do you mean? How long? I mean, you get to take fucking 50% of everything when
Not
you're
if you- not if
unhappy?
you get a prenup, mate.
Aye, well, that's it.
But it's just it's just one of those fucking things. The world's changing massively, and people need to just fucking wake up and realize that. Like, I always find it ignorant that people will turn around and say that the ancient Egyptians and the ancient Greek are daft because they believe that they had a fucking sun god and a moon god and a water god and a this god and a that god. But we now know science tells us that this shit happens. However, in the same breath, be like, Almighty Jesus Christ our Lord. You know?
Yeah.
But you've just said they were stupid for believing in all their gods because science can prove a lot of stuff. Science might not be able to prove God's real, but at the same time, it can also prove a lot of things that prove that he probably isn't real.
I know there's too much evidence to say that he's not. Like, listen, show me once. Like, if you just come down once, I'll be like, I'll be the new Jesus if you really want to. But don't be coming around here with that bullshit like making kids sick and all, and expect me to think you're great.
I watched that. I remember I was saying to you the documentary your man was talking about on Rogan, The Moment of Contact.
Yes.
Watch the full thing. So
Did you? I have it laid up, ready to go. Look.
Do you know what? It's very good. I wouldn't.
Is it compelling?
No, it's compelling. The problem that I had with it was I listened to the podcast before I listened to or watched the documentary. So the general gist of everything that happened, I knew what was going to happen anyway.
Yeah.
Whenever you listen to the witnesses and stuff, 100%, you're like, these guys are
seen
legit
something.
telling the truth. There's too many similarities for so many people that aren't in any way connected.
The only thing it tells you in the documentary that didn't tell you on Rogan is that there was a massive dumpy acid in the town just a week before, and everyone was has a cake. But no, it does seem. It does.
It's when your man won't come out and talk to him and he threatens to kill him and all. You're like, get the fuck off. And he's like, look, I am going to chase you with bullets. Don't ask me questions. He goes, can I ask you one question? And he's just like, no, I'm going to shoot you now. Get off my land. Don't ask me nothing. You're like, but like, if you wanted to go and say your story, like, if you'd seen stuff.
Are you trying to sell it?
Why
Like,
would you not? And the way they were talking about your man crying and all, when he does get to that spot, they are right. There's no way, unless something in your head has happened, that you could have the emotional reaction to being back to somewhere that caused you that traumatic experience, unless something has, in your head at least, been witnessed there.
It's fucking madness.
But again, if they say it's only 150,000 people in Brazil, it's not like that. Like, it's not.
It'd be hard to get 10 people to
Not in
create
Brazil. Obviously, it's in Virginia, but that's
yes,
in Brazil.
the town.
Just
yeah.
in case people think I'm stupid and think there's only
It
150,000 in Brazil.
It took me a second there to go. No, he's not actually talking about the whole country, but no, like, see, to try and get 10 people to fucking pull off a spoof like that, for that many years would be.
And the fact that
be rough,
they're
like.
just like, please just stop talking to us about it. We've seen something. This happened,
People died.
and we don't want to be bothered about it anymore. My life changed that day, and that I think that's the kind of reaction I would have. Like, if you genuinely seen an alien or some creature that you cannot explain that has arrived in some sort of craft you can't explain, you put two and two together and you go, we've been lied to our whole lives. There's far superior shit going on, and I am insignificant.
Brazil as well is a very Christian.
For it as well.
But it's a very
yes,
Christian
the
country.
The three girls, the wee young girls, thought it was a demon
like,
because they were
full,
Christians.
Yeah, Brazil is very Christian. So you're getting brought up in church and being told that God's this and God's that, and then next minute you're seeing some wee alien that infects a fucking soldier and he dies of some weird bacterial infection. I mean, it's fucking crazy, isn't it?
But it is annoying because at the same time you sound like a full nut.
You sound like a nut
saying
saying
it. The
it.
good thing is that, as he said on Rogan, it's
Shout
the
out to Saint Rogan.
the wording on shit. This whole new document that the Americans are writing about UAPs, and it's like, right, well, they've put in this wording, we are allowed to recover crafts and material. We can recover this and reverse engineer stuff. It's like, well, why does this wording need to be in there if you don't think anything is there? Unless you have done it before, and this is now this slow release
of information. That's what
that's
they're drip feeding it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's coming. Some of the stuff has came from the highest things of government in the US.
I did think whenever they said they were going to privatize space that was the wake up call for it, because NASA and whoever fucking governments around the world can't just turn around and go, we've lied to you. We knew, but we didn't want to tell you because you would all freak out. However, if a billionaire goes into space and it's like, oh shit, look, there's an alien. They'll be like, oh my god, you guys did it. Fuck, we couldn't after all those years, but you did it. Or at least be like, well, we're going to let you take the credit for that shit.
If, say, there's fucking 50 flights a day going into space, like, no, just like normal flights, you're doing this space tourism, you're going out into orbit, and if there is stuff, the chances of
people are going to start seeing shit.
One plane seeing something at least is crazy.
So it needs to come out before.
But then it also comes down to the Jesus thing and the God thing. People are claiming the scene, but it's not an awful lot of people in the. I mean, the evidence, I don't know. It just doesn't seem nailed on to me.
What, aliens or Jesus?
Alien evidence. It doesn't, like, there's no bit of a craft where you can see. There's no way if there's been that much contact, the US government or whoever's cleaning it up hasn't left something behind.
But they've done wee things like that there. There is, if you go out, people who've found stuff at Area 51, but it's been like metal detecting stuff, and it's tiny fucking
fragments,
shards of stuff that they can't say that it's been made. There's a thing like,
I don't know, mate. Like, I don't believe me. I want to know there's aliens. I would love that. That would be the biggest.
You've listened about Bob Lazar.
Yes. Did you watch that documentary about him?
Yeah. Do you believe his story?
Yes, I would say yes. But again, I'm not sure. I believe that he believes, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
He definitely believes that he worked on an alien craft. Do I believe that he did? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure, mate.
I think now the evidence is starting to, like, even the videos that fucking everyone talks about, the Tic Tac video and the fucking Go Faster video and all, like, they're being recorded on military cameras, and the military are now starting to come out and say, okay, we know, like, that was the maddest thing about COVID. They actually admitted that there's flying objects in American airspace that are not of any country that they are aware of. So unless they're being spoofed to and someone's got the best secret keepings, they don't have a fucking clue where these crafts are coming from. But they released this during COVID, and because people were all pandemic'd out, they were like, oh right, sweet. But that's pretty fucking close to them saying, yep, there's something out there.
Yeah. No, there's that. It's hard. Like, it's hard to. Again, it comes down to the religion thing as well, mate. It's like it's the same sort of ilk. Do you know what I mean? It's the same.
Religions can be based on fucking contact.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. But like, well, at least there is sort of some witness statements of flying saucers and aliens.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anyone tell me they met Jesus yet. Like.
Yeah.
I've read it just.
That's it. But again,
so I feel like that. But mate, I want it to be real so much. I really do. Like, I want it to.
I would love. That we'll have some sort of information before
we die.
And
see as well. But see whenever it does come out. I'm not saying if. I'm saying when it comes out.
It'll destroy religion.
But it's not only out there. I don't think it'll surprise people like me and you. I don't think we'll go like we'll just go confirmed.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't be like, you're joking.
But that is the problem. It proves indefinitely that there is no religion, regardless of what your faith is. It doesn't exist because they never ever mention in any of your teachings that they created a civilization outside of our planet. We are the be all and end all because they have said that is the holy word. All praise, insert your God here.
Yeah.
And if an alien popped up or they found something on another planet, it instantly kills all religion.
Even like if they find a fucking fossil on Mars, that's that done. Like,
yeah, it stops any religious argument, and that will then cause massive problem on Earth. And people go, oh, it's fake because God's real.
And then they'll be rounding up all the radical religion people, going like, "Oh, is that right? You're fucking doing this for nothing."
Yeah, and then it'll just start a fucking holy war,
Third World War.
No, and then it'll be like the Crusades again.
And then see at the end of that, there's some fella will come back and it'll be Jesus, and we'll all be like, "What the fuck's actually going on here?" Because all the religious people will be going, "See, this is the end of times. We're being persecuted," and then Jesus will be coming back and going, "Did you like that wee fossil on Mars yet?" We'll be like, "Fuck!"
Well played, Jesus. Hey. speaking of fucking end of the world as well, I seen this the other night and I thought this was class. Some guy invented a euthanasia roller coaster.
Right?
Right? You know what euthanasia is?
I like takes your balls off.
No.
What?
Euthanasia is where you go and get killed. Like you go to Switzerland,
Yes.
they get the wee fucking injection, and that's the end of life treatment.
So there's no need for a hand and a finger.
No, definitely not. You don't even need to worry about it. They just you might need a thumb to fucking plunger it in, so you might get one up the bum. You know? But yeah, this guy, it flashes at the end of the clip, but I may as well tell you, he invented this roller coaster for the purpose of this roller coaster will kill you by the end of it because of the way he's designed it. But if you're gonna kill yourself with euthanasia, you may as well have fun doing it. I was like, that's a fucking mad idea, but obviously no one will let him build
And
this.
he is Switzerland.
No, this isn't a real thing. He has designed this and said, this is my idea, but no one will let him build a roller coaster that you can kill yourself on.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bit taboo.
Switzerland, mate, like.
Aye, but then you have to fucking lift the dead bodies and all out of the fucking roller coaster next.
Right, let's
what
go.
would you say, right? Have I got the volume up on this? No, I don't. Well, that's not fucking blow the ears off us.
Is it like a fucking scary one at the end, you cunt?
No, I promise you this is legit.
Do you ever see the ones where it's like people
them.
doing and they
Hate
throw
them.
something, but they're like they throw a ball
Aye.
and like fuck.
You think it's coming out of the screen? You're just like, no, stop that.
You can only ride this roller coaster once. Julionis, your bonus, designed this roller coaster called the Euthanasia Coaster. It's capable of holding up to 24 passengers. Once they're all on board, it starts to slowly
24
ascend to
people
the
at once?
top, which is 1,700 feet in the air. That's just a little bit smaller than the tallest building in America. Once they're at the top, it gives everyone the decision to stop and go back down safely. After that, everyone has to manually press a button to start the ride. Then it falls at a speed of 220 miles per hour and goes through 7 loops that keep getting smaller. It's designed like this so riders maintain 10 Gs of force for a full 60 seconds. Everyone's blood would rush to their feet, leaving no blood left in their brain. This causes them to lose their vision and eventually black out and die. It was designed for people with incurable diseases who wanted a fun and unpainful death.
Many game franchises
People
have
are mad. Like people are mad. Like
You can make money out of anything these days.
he's fucking bonkers, your man.
Like,
I wonder if he had some like family or someone who had like a critical illness and was like,
Aye.
ah, fuck this.
There's always some reason for an idea like that. Imagine going on the Dragon's Den
Or he
trying to
wants-
get investment in that shit.
Aye.
Today, would any of you dragons like to test out the invention here today?
Aye. Well, we're just looking at your possible client numbers, and it's not that fucking big.
Oh, but now, come on, you can get 28 people that go, so that's...
And how much is your ride going to cost? Well, my calculations mean it needs to be 250,000 per person if we're going to make some profit on this.
God, well.
Could you not take like 2 of the loops away and just have normal people go on it, like just for fun? and then you add
Would
the
would
extra
take
2
that
loops.
risk?
Aye.
Would you?
Shit, but didn't take the 2 loops off.
Like, actually getting on a ride. Like, this ride is designed for killing people. However, today we've let the general public ride on it. No, you're all right.
I
will
saw
give
me
that
man
a
named
clear...
Stu. Stu's down smoking a joint. They're like, Stu, normal people won. No sweat, no sweat. Forgets. Next minute, like, Stu, did you take them last 2 loops off? Oh, shit.
Oh, Stu. that fucking happened to me in the cold. Oh, honestly. We were in not Bennett. Was it Benidorm? No. We were somewhere sunny. And we're at a theme,
Fucking
we're at
Port
a
Rush.
theme park. And there's this wee ride. It literally lasts 10 seconds. And it goes like that, down, like that, down, like that, down. But you're in this little like contraption you're harnessed in. But it spins 360. So when it shoots you that way and you drop, it spins you
Yeah,
around.
I
And then
know
as
what
you're
you
going
mean
that
now.
way, you're going the wrong way. So we went on it, had a great time. 3 months later, on the news, 2 people die on this ride. The fucking harnesses just unleashed as they done the first thing, and they got fucked up into the air and fell down and squished them. It's like,
Mate, there's a fella on TikTok does know one of them, but it's the big high ones, and it drops down, and he's filming. He's like, "Oh, say hi to my TikTok fans." They're like, "Hi," and he goes, "Oh, fuck's sake, I always do this. I forget to put the shoulder straps on, and then hits a button and goes to walk over to them, and it drops, and they think, shit, we have no shoulder straps on." He goes, "Got him." It's funny as fuck. Fuck's sake. Well, we'll wrap it up, man.
I think we've waffled long enough.
I know, I can't believe we didn't cough that much. This is the longest I haven't coughed all
See,
day.
it's because you're talking. Whenever you give your voice a chance to rest, it all builds up.
Yeah, we see the green shit comes out of it now.
Oh, can't wait.
Well, thanks for listening, everyone. Sorry it wasn't high energy this week. Just not feeling up to it. I'll be back ready to rock next week.
Don't forget, tickets for the next Not Fazed event on the 3rd of June are on. Well, there's some still left, but they're pretty.
Not a load. Like.
Yeah, there's not a lot left, so yeah, get your.
I think
tickets.
we got some paper tickets printed. I think some of the DJs have some paper tickets, but online tickets are not a lot left. Like, so, please grab them and let's have a fucking good time. It's all the local lads from Northern Ireland. Some people playing their first set or their second set. Some of them as well. So let's give them a good welcome and bring them into the family.
Yep.
So, yep, thanks for watching.
Peace.
Peace.